Good morning, welcome to Cooley Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandon Scott, and today is going to be another solo adventure. Sabrina's got work, and Nash is babysitting dogs again. So today I am actually east of the Cascade Crest for once. I know, Cooley Outdoors, Central Washington, you'd think I'd be out here more, but I'm not. Oh well. So, where am I? Well, I'm in the Salmon La Sac area, which is the Cle Elum exit off I-90, so literally just east of Snoqualmie Pass, northeast of Snoqualmie Pass. And the trail I am going up today is the Mineral Creek Trail number 1331, and I'm going to be heading up to Park Lakes to maybe do some swimming and maybe do some fishing, and mostly just to enjoy the fall weather because it's October 2nd. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today, so combine the warm sunshine with the fall colors because it is being cold at night, so the deciduous shrubbery and plants are turning colors, and it should be a pretty gorgeous hike. Thank you for joining me. All right, for information, we have the old trusty 100 Hike series. This time Washington's Alpine Lakes, because the Alpine Lakes Wilderness is north of I-90 and south of Highway 2, and we are northeast of Snoqualmie Pass, so we are in that section. Third edition by Ira Spring, Vicky Spring, and Harvey Manning. Our hike today, number 65, Mineral Creek Park, from the Cooper Pass Road, 10 miles, which is where I'm parked. 8 hours, 2,300 feet of elevation gain. Not too bad, but a lot of that's going to be at the end, kind of-ish. July through October. That's October. A quick shot of Upper Park Lake. So this trail is kind of weird because we're down here and we're actually up here, so it's going to be even longer now. So it's like a 12-mile day now instead of 10. So we'll walk along the last bit of abandoned road, cross over the Caches River, walk up an old mining road that's been long abandoned that goes along Mineral Creek and the Caches River. Eventually we'll bail off of that, go up Mineral Creek for a ways, and then hump up out of Mineral Creek Valley. And the trail goes to Upper Park Lake. And then I might go off trail and go to Lower Park Lake, and I might continue up the trail all the way up Mineral Creek Trail to where it intersects the Pacific Crest Trail. I don't know. We'll just have to go find out. But yeah, so it's going to be about 12-mile day, so 6 miles one way, somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 feet elevation gain, depending on if I go all the way to the Pacific Crest Trail, if I just stop at the lakes, and hopefully looking for lots of fall colors and enjoying a rare, warm, sunny October day. So trail is here. Rex is parked over there. In years past, you used to be able to continue the road down to the Caches River a little further, but they have shortened that up, so now it's 6 miles instead of 5 miles, but oh well. So east side of the Cascades in the fall. I seem to be making quite a habit of doing this time last year, Sabrina and I were camping out in Salmon La Sac, and we went up and attempted to do Cathedral Pass. And in years past, before I started filming this, Nash and I came out here and did some hikes and things. So, and you know, long before I was making YouTube videos, when I initially started the page on Facebook and Instagram, it was called Cooley Off-Road instead of Cooley Outdoors, where it was just an off-roading page. This was the best time I felt to go run the off-road trails on this side of the Cascades, out in Central Washington along the Columbia River, the green dot roads, and come out and drive the trails around here just because there's no bugs, it wasn't hot, the water crossings were small, the colors were pretty. I just thought it was a good time to come do it. So yeah, today's objectives is to enjoy the pretty fall colors. None of these vine maples seem to have wanted to change color yet, but I'm sure that'll be different as I gain elevation and go hang out by a lake. Let's see here. Yeah, so you still walk further down, I think. Obviously, this is the crossing point. Used to be a bridge here, it appears. Now there isn't any. I'm sure in the spring, well, I know in the spring, this would be a lot harder crossing to make, because Nash and I have been on the Crest River in the spring. Went and saw some waterfalls that are literally just upstream of here. And it was raging, so I'm sure this crossing was raging too. And it was difficult to do. I'll post that video. It starts off, the first half of it, or the first probably 2/3 of it, is us taking our kayaks out and paddling the Cooper Lake, and then we come down and do some waterfall hunting. And the waterfall hunting part was less than professional, because for some reason I decided I didn't want to bring my GoPro on the waterfall hunting part, so it was shot on phones and stuff, so it wasn't the greatest. But anywho, I'll post that video there. So yeah, the road used to go further downstream along the Crest River and park right at the edge of the Crest River, and the first thing you did was had to cross it to go on the trail, but obviously it's different now. So yeah, cruising along. Eventually we'll come to an intersection with the Crest Lake Trail, which the Crest Lake Trail will go left, and as the name suggests, it'll take you down to Crest Lake and along the western shore of Crest Lake for 10 miles, bringing you to a campground. I can't remember the name of the campground. It might just be Crest Lake or Crest Campground. And if you are so inclined for some reason, after those 10 miles to continue on going, if you walk up the paved road out of the campground, you'll eventually come to the Rampart Lakes, Rachel Lakes, Box Canyon Trail, one of those names. I'm sure I'll put a little caption with the correct name of the trail. And that is one of the more popular trails in the area, so that's busy all the time. But we won't be doing that. We'll come up to the trail intersection and hang a right and continue upstream of Middle Creek. So we have reached the intersection of the Crest Lake Trail. You can see there's new signage and old signage on that tree there. The old sign on the left says Mineral Creek Trail 1331, Park Lakes 5 mile. So it was not a whole mile, it was maybe half a mile that we just walked. To the right, one below it says Campfires Prohibited, Upper Park Lake. And obviously you could probably read the new sign. It says Mineral Creek Trail number 1331. Down to my left, Box Canyon Creek. Straight ahead, 4 miles. 4 miles. Shit, I gave you bad information. It's not 10 miles one way down Crest Lake. It's 10 miles round trip if you go to Crest Lake to the road and back. Sorry. And then road number 2284, half mile, which is the road I drove down, which pretty sure it's road main stem road 46, but whatever. And then there's another sign down here on this snag. I'm sure it says Crest Lake Trail number something 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 something, parking lot, campground, whatever. Little Crest Trail, there we go, number 1312, Box Canyon Creek. This one says 5 miles. So Box Canyon Creek, and then there's one more sign down here. Bridge out 4 miles ahead, crossable only in late season. Yeah, I found that out the hard way a couple of springs ago. I brought Nash and Alexei and KO I believe it was KO. We came up here, and what did we do? We went and hiked the Snoqualmie Tunnel. Did it before I was taking video. And then we came down to the campground there on Crest Lake and went for a swim. And Alexei tried to drown himself. But before that, I wanted to go up the little Crest Trail a ways because it looked like there was an island in Crest Lake that we could swim and easily get to from the trail. But of course, not knowing that the bridge was out, we started walking up the trail, got to where the bridge is supposed to be, and the bridge was out, and it being July, Box Creek was absolutely shoving, so we couldn't cross the creek, so we went back and swam at the campground instead. Wish they would fix that bridge. Would be nice, finish connecting this trail system. But anywho, if you go and read about this trail, it'll tell you watch out for that junction there, because supposedly it's hard to see. Well, either some trail crew came out and brushed it out so it's not hard to see, or people just don't pay attention on the trail, because that was really easy to spot and there's lots of signage. That junction's pretty hard to miss, so either one or two things. Either people don't pay attention when they go hiking, which wouldn't surprise me, or it has been recently brushed out and made a heck of a lot more obvious by some trail group. Either way, put that rumor to bed. That intersection is pretty easy to spot. You can go back and review the footage, but I rest my case. Anywho, now we are walking. Supposedly we had to cross Mineral Creek, or crossing Mineral Creek after. I don't know. Got the map open. Scroll around, scroll around. Mineral Creek you cross after we go over the wilderness boundary. But yeah, so Mineral Creek already fed into Crest River, so if the Crest River is that low, Mineral Creek is not going to be that hard to cross, but early in season it probably is. Excuse me. Or, now that I think about it, the intersection they may be talking about is when you bail off this old mine road bed and go up the creek trail proper. Either way, we'll continue on. So now we're on the old mining road, which obviously at some point continued from where we parked across the Crest River on a bridge of some sort and up this way to access some mines, notably an adit and a still possibly still active prospect. I'm just stopping to listen to all the squirrels scamper along the trees. There's one in this one here, and there's one over in this big one here. They're waking up now that this day is warming up, the sun's out and the day is warming up. And I'm sure you've heard them chittering and chattering at me, but they're not happy to be interrupted in their morning fall routine. But oh well, it adds good background. So now that I think about it, maybe it wasn't that intersection that was bad to notice, or maybe it was, I don't know. We'll put a caption, definitive caption down below saying which intersection is supposed to be the hard one to notice and whether or not that is true. So this next bit's going to be a quote-unquote easier walk. You can tell that there was a road here. Road, not for today's modern full-size vehicles, but for probably horse-drawn carts and smaller vehicles like Model Ts back in the day to service this mining area. That since has long been not profitable, so the road went into disrepair and it's just turned into a trail. Although it would be nice if the road would have continued. You could park up here, but shorter trails mean more people beating bush into the area and so on and so forth. That's a different discussion entirely. But let's just continue our walkie walk up the Mineral Creek drainage. Oh, one other thing. If you look up Mineral Creek, you'll probably find some other videos of this creek, because the local, I don't know, group, I guess? The local, yeah, group of people that do the sport, I'm blanking on the word I should be using, called canyoners, like Mineral Creek a lot, Sportive canyoning is like it sounds. You go through canyons and you have technical roping gear. So it's a version of climbing, but you're down climbing the entire time. It first got really popular in Utah because there's a lot of slot canyons in the sandstone. And then the more badass version is doing it up here because our creeks are still full of water. So you get to rope down waterfalls and slide down waterfalls and jump into big pools and generally go see areas, some of the coolest things in the state that most people don't get to see. I am part of the main canyoning group on Facebook, but I have never gone out and done this. I would love to, but I don't think I'm nearly cool enough to do it. But yeah, they really like doing Mineral Creek. I think from what I've read, it's a popular one to do and a fun one to do. Big old snag drops from there, fell all the way down here fairly recently because all these cottonwood and alders and stuff here had leaves, so this had to have fallen this summer sometime, enough to let all those alders grow leaves and then come down and snap them off and kill the leaves and dry them out. So that was fairly recent. And it looks like we're getting out of the deep, dark, wet forest into the more open, dispersed, dry stuff. And we're also going to be gaining elevation, so the forest is going to thin also. And hopefully, as we also gain elevation, we will be getting more and more fall colors. But that is to remain to be seen. So, haven't got to the wilderness boundary or quite crossed Mineral Creek yet. But looking back downstream, you can hear Mineral Creek. And as I pan around, we're finally gonna get some views and some fall color. You got the vine maples turning color, thimbleberries are working on turning color, getting views of the craggy mountains in front of us, and we're continuing on this way. Kind of been dit-dotting through the edge of this open meadowy, or not really meadowy when it's full of thimbleberries, but this open area. Oh, this would be miserable to do in summer if you're late to the party. We should be getting close to the wilderness boundary sign and then crossing Mineral Creek onto the east side of the drainage and then making our way up to Park Lakes. But yeah, if I would have come back a week later, that would have been even better. But oh well. Oh well. That just means it'll be hopefully even further along when I gain another 2,000 feet. It'll be even prettier. So the willows, looks like they're trying to change color, which usually willows are one of the first things to change between the willows and the vine maples. Yeah. Back into the forest. Well, it appears we crossed the creek before getting to the boundary, even though the maps show that it's the other way around. So I guess let's take a moment to cross Mineral Creek where it's not going absolutely crazy. It looks like the ticket is this log here. This big old fatty fat. Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of boot prints on it. So this would be our crossing ticket, which, yeah, this could be a real pain in the ass crossing without the log in early days. But look at how clear that water is. This is hiking at its best. Ooh, that's kind of sketch. This is hiking at her best. Ugh. Using big ol' logs to cross creeks and rivers. and going exploring. Almost looks like it was cut down and dropped. Nah, it just exploded down. They had to cut this chunk out where the trail is. Huh, that might be a bit of a pain in the butt to get back on the log. Yeah, it looks like the creek goes downstream. I guess the old crossing was, or they probably just a way to zigzag down to that crossing, which the log is now taking up. Okay. Rolls ankle. Snaps knee. Alright, so that was Mineral Creek. I don't think we'll be seeing much of it again. Might be hearing it for a while, but I think that was our one look at the creek. Take a peekaboo up at some of the mountains on the other side, and we'll continue. Massive tree. Literally turned off the camera, walked 50 feet, found the wilderness sign, come around the tree from the wilderness sign, and whoo! Holy shit, holy broski. Yeah, that'll work. And we're not even up into the exciting parts yet. I'll let this roll for a minute or two if we're just gonna be out in this open section, because that's too dang pretty not to. God dang. And oh yeah, get on this side and huckleberries are starting to turn. Whatever this is starting to turn. Those might be small aspens. No, too low to the ground. I don't know what they are. There's a squirrel right here, or a chippy. Might be able to see the tree limbs moving. Going to get some berries or some rose hips or something. But you roll over this top, and these vine maples have all changed. Oh yeah, that is what you get out of bed for. Yep. This is what makes going on a 12-mile difficult hike on 5 hours of sleep worth it. Yeah, this is the good. Ooh, I can smell the water too. All of a sudden, just right there. That was weird. I don't know. Maybe because I got enough euphoria and adrenaline going through my nose, decided to activate superpower for a second or two. But dang. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is good. This is really good. This is a super duper good, yeah. Don't you know? Super duper, pooper scooper good. I should probably check to make sure this camera is facing the direction I want it to be facing. If I look at myself, yeah, it's pretty much how I want it to face. Okay, cool. So therefore, you're actually getting to see, because I've noticed that a couple of times where, after I've taken the camera on and off a couple of times, where I've itched my head a couple of times because of my borderline uncontrolled eczema. Notice the camera's not exactly pointing the direction I want it to. But God, yes, yes. Bada bing, bada boom, fall colors, baby. Blue sky, red maple, green conifers. Yup. Gray rock. Yup. Oh yeah. Oh fluff, yeah. I'm trying not to swear in my enjoyment, because I do have a bit of a potty mouth. Ferns haven't changed color yet though. Although they're just gonna be like a pale washed out yellow for a couple of days, and then they completely shrivel out. Oh yeah. And as I get higher, we will get more and more colors. Oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, someone came through and brushed this out. Maybe not this year, but probably last year or the year before, because this would be a pain in the butt to walk through if this wasn't brushed out all the way back over there. But it gives you a nice little portal. I've been noticing my videos have been almost always been an hour long. Oops. Again, if you don't like it, oh well. It's for my enjoyment to rewatch months or years later, just as much as it's for YouTube's enjoyment. Just because you get shots like that, 5 minutes of walking through vine maple turning color with some cliffs in the background. Looks like I'm gonna be going into the trees. I might turn this off for a bit. Ugh. I can get a drink of water too. It's probably been 2 miles. Should get a drink of water. Hopefully I get to the lake by noon or so. I left Rex around 8:30, so I should get there around noonish or so. Yeah, back into the woods for a bit. Quick look back down trail and back downstream, and then I'll turn off. So you can see the head of the valley where the Pacific Crest Trail is. We're gonna end up somewhere up there, I think, but 15-20 foot tall vine maple and alder corridor that the trail had to get cut through. And because it got cut or brushed back so recently, got your nice little tunnel path where you can look at the vine maple changing color and the alder not yet changing color. Come back in a week and the vine maple would probably be almost done and the alder would probably be in full go. But it is pretty between the fall colors, the blue sky, the canopy, the conifer canopy, and the geology on the rock walls. It's warm though. It definitely has a chance of getting to 80 today, which is weird because it's October. It's gonna be 80 in Seattle even too, which is super weird because it's October. Yeah, it's definitely warm and dusty out still. Oh, and the sun is at just the right angle, shooting down the valley, or shooting right into the tunnel. And until I find and get into some tree cover again, the shade is few and far between, and very warm. This up and down, cutting through all the side stream shoots, is getting annoying. Luckily, it's not that hot out yet. It's not July and gonna be 90 degrees. And there's no bugs. But still, if it was 15 degrees cooler, I wouldn't be upset. If you look again up at mountain peaks, Minnow Creek down to my left, and ooh, some shade. I'm gonna take a quick break. You can tell we're getting higher in elevation because the trees have changed and are getting smaller. We don't have very many big Doug firs and ponderosa pines anymore. We're switching over to the spruces. And they're getting thinner and smaller too. We're like at 3,600 feet, so we're getting up there in elevation. Looking downstream, sunshine rotating across the valley. Looking upstream, and I looked at the maps and the lakes are pretty much at the head of the valley just to the right, so if I get a decent shot, snake? Maybe. If I get a decent shot looking up valley again, I'll try to point out more correctly. And the Pacific Crest Trail isn't there. The Pacific Crest Trail is further back along Chickaman Ridge, but we're pretty much ending up right in there where that notch is. The lakes are there. The trail goes to Upper Lake, and then you gotta cross up and over a small ridge and hike an extra quarter of a mile back down valley a little ways to get to Lower Park Lake. And from the maps, they look to be about the same size, but I think Lower Park Lake sits in more of a glacial basin than Upper Park Lake. I think Upper Park Lake's kind of just fills in a meadowy area and it's shallower, whereas Lower Park Lake looks to be deeper and bluer. So we'll see. And there's also a continue up the trail past the lakes and go hit the Pacific Crest Trail, which I might do. Just to go take pictures of the signage and stuff, which would be cool. I don't know yet. It's definitely hot though. I think at this point I do plan on going swimming. Oh yeah, look at that. That is, I believe, called Three Queens Mountain. Let's pull up the map real quick. Yep, Three Queens Mountain, and it is at its highest point off to the far right. So not the pointy point, that looks higher, but it says it's not. Off the pointy point, and then off to the left of that, the highest point is 6,687. Versus the lakes, Lower Park Lake, we're going to end up at, is at 4,600 feet. And I'm at 35 now, 36 now. So I only got 1,000 feet to go. I've gained 1,300 feet, 1,200 feet from Rex. I've got about 1,000 to go. And this is just extra pretty. Run back more into the cottonwoods now, but you can see the ferns are starting to change color again. Just got to gain higher elevation where the air is thinner and colder and it encourages the plants to change sooner. So we shall see. Oh, trees out of the sun for a little bit. Yes. And some vine maple just starting to change color to welcome us into the trees for a bit. But we are high enough away from the creek and far enough away from the creek to where I can't hear it anymore. Squirrel? I think. I'm betting the camera picked it up, so we'll have to see. Small mammal of some sort. Could have been a squirrel, could have been a weasel. I'm betting it was a squirrel though. That's a big mother-loving rock chute slash avalanche chute. Lots of pretty colors. This is hot. Be warned, YouTube, because this is freshly brushed out. It is warm. You get a lot nice. You get a lot of views. You don't have to worry about smashing away through vine maple, but the trade-off is, holy crap, it's warm. Like I'm feeling all of the going to be 80 degrees right now. Oh, I think I saw a pika. I think I saw a pika. I think I saw my precious fat. I'm pretty dang sure I saw my precious fat. Down here. Hoping he comes out again, but he probably won't. But a vine maple in full pretty color here at the edge of this scree slope. Look over, look down valley. Let's go get up in these trees. Go hide in the shade for a little bit. It is hot. I was hoping my precious little fat would come back out. But I guess not. Or he'd squeak at me. You know, either or would work. But I guess not. Oh goodness, this is steep. Yuck. Ugh. Not what I was expecting, but okay. Oh, that's pretty. Man. Yeah. And break time. the barest hint of a trickle, but all that white would be water in high flow season. That was like a pretty damn cool waterfall to come see in July. That's probably a good 60 feet tall, 70 feet tall maybe. That looks like it'd be quite the entertaining piece of water work to come see during higher flow times earlier in the summer. Because technically it is fall, it's the second full week of fall. So we'll come back in early to midsummer when all the snow melt is raging down this creek. It'd be pretty cool. Oh. This is very pretty. Ugh. Almost swimming hole sized. I don't think you want to watch me struggle back up out of this ravine, so I'm going to kill this. Almost there. Less than a quarter mile to go. In fact, even less than that. That last climb, though, to get up off over then onto the shelf, that was a good thigh burner. Oh, that tired me out. But as you can see, we are running out of valley. You've got the headwall to the valley right there, and the lake itself only a couple more 100 feet this way. Oh, I thought I was done with this. Oh God. Maybe I turned the camera on too early.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. That's cool. Even with no water coming down it, that's freaking cool as hell. Which means the lake is like right there. Come on, get there. Don't trip and hurt yourself. Literally 3 minutes away from the lake. Come on. Oh my God. We really switchbacking now. The lake is literally right there. I see no more trees and a bunch of blue sky. Looks like this last switchback, and then maybe, hopefully it goes straight to the lake. Oh, come on. Seriously? Come on. Get there. I think so.
Oh. And of course, as if by magic, you get up to lake level and all the trailside brush decides it wants to turn color, as if welcoming you. Oh, oh, this is pretty. I need a quick picture for this. And then we've got to be at the lake right there, because I see a whole bunch of blue sky and no trees. And there's only one thing that's gonna mean. Oh. Come on. And the huckleberries are all turning color in here too. Oh yeah. Literally right there. Sign says entering Park Lakes Basin, no campfires, which means it's gotta be right there. Those signs are usually no more than 100 or 200 feet away from the destination. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be gorgeous. Huckleberries turning color. Come on. I can see where the lake's going to be. And it's flattened, my God. Look at these huckleberries. Yes, yes, and more yes. I don't know which direction is the actual trail, but I see lake this way. I think that direction's the actual trail. Continues along and go meet the Pacific Crest Trail over there somewhere. But I'm walking through the field of huckleberries. My God. Just how freaking beautiful. Come on, get to the lake before the camera dies. Oh, yeah. Yup. 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 So pretty. Find me a hangout spot. So there's a lake. Let's go this way. Oh, yes. Oh, oh, yeah. That's gonna make one hell of a long exposure. Let's go find a spot to hang out. So this is Upper Park Lake. All the goddamn huckleberries in color. I think I'm going to go sit. Fuck. Man. Come on. Jesus, come on. Let's go. hangout. I want to go all the way down to the lake shore. Holy shit. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Well, ladies and germs and whatever else you identify on YouTube, we have made it to Upper Park Lake. 6 miles in 3 hours. It's 11:20. I left Rex somewhere around 8:15, 8:30. 3 hours to do that steep of a hike. That's pretty damn good. Oh, I think I'm gonna go sit back here. I just can't stop. The heather and the red huckleberries are just so good. Oh my goodness. So, this lake doesn't look like it's going to be deep enough for an underwater shot, but we can try. But first, I'm going to go claim a spot over there in that copse of trees, set up the long exposure, obviously shooting that direction, and have lunch. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. Holy crap. Alright, so because I am a glutton for punishment, I'm gonna go do the probably half-mile, three-quarter-mile round trip walk to go to the PCT junction. So Upper Park Lake is there. All the freaking absolutely gorgeous turning color huckleberries are here. I'm gonna go over to the trail and go up. First, just look at that. See if I can find any. Let's get down in here real quick. Oh, look at that. That is just amazing. Can you pick out the blueberries? Can you pick out the little blueberries? Like right there. And in there. Just look at how stunning that is. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. Just, yeah, that'll work. Might have to shoot a long exposure off the other camera. Berry height. That actually isn't half a bad idea. But let's go see the PCT junction, just so I can say I've been there. Because I'm a glutton for punishment and a completionist. Oh, God, this is pretty. So the official trail, I think, is over here somewhere. Maybe this might actually be it here. I have to zigzag up, get up on that rib, and go end up over there somewhere. But just how freaking pretty is this? Fall colors, baby. Fall colors up in the high mountains. Not even that high, we're not even a mile high, but still. Just wow. So, I think this is where the main trail comes from. I think, maybe. Now we're gonna go up and along really quick. I say really quick, it's probably gonna take me 20 minutes or half an hour or so. But that's fine. I'm not gonna film the entirety of it. Color, color, color. Color, color, color. Hazy mountains. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna take a huckleberry hike when I get back. That's actually a cool idea. Little sub pond over there. Just the colors are freaking amazing. Squirrel. Bird. Nope, bird. Bird, not squirrel. left my pack and stuff down at the lake. I don't think anybody's gonna mess with it. Normally that's good etiquette, not touch people's stuff when you're out here like this. It's also good etiquette not to trip and eat shit. Hi, dog. I've had the lake mostly to myself the last 2-ish hours. There's been people passing by coming down the trail from the Pacific Crest Trail. You can see the Pacific Crest Trail, the little scratch going up the mountain there. That's the famed PCT up there. Of course, the lake down there, and this is too pretty not to get a picture of. The different colors. But yeah, not many people have come up to the lake. It's just been mostly people heading down from the PCT, stopping at the good God, stopping at the lake for a quick stopover before continuing on. Yup, that's good pictures. That is good. So we're just gonna go up here, see the PCT junction, take pictures of the PCT junction, then come back down to the lake. Let this GoPro charge. See if I can figure out how to take a long exposure at huckleberry height with the colors and head home. I know I'm not actually going on the PCT and I'm just coming out here for a quick day poke, but getting up here high on Chickaman Ridge is what this ridge is officially called. It's got 3 queens on top back behind us, and then out in front of us, not this point, but there's more points beyond it. It's called Four Brothers, and this whole northwest southeast trending ridgeline, I think, that the lakes sit on, that I'm walking along top of right now. It's called Chickaman Ridge. So I know I'm not walking on the PCT or traversing it or doing anything special, but it really feels a part of it, especially in the fall colors with the little huckleberries, bushes in color, and being able to see it, and just being up here on top of the ridge. This is cool. This is exciting. So Lower Park Lake is down in the bowl down there. I'm not going down there. Maybe some other time. But I mean, this is just sweet. Also helps that it took 6 miles and 2,500 feet of elevation gain to get up here, so it makes it feel a little more worthwhile, like you're immersed yourself. It's not like, although I haven't done it yet, I want to go do the Kendall Catwalk, which is just north of Snoqualmie Pass, but I bet that has a little different feel of it, at least for the first bit, until you get away from the highway noise and are truly up on the crest of the Cascades. This is just freaking sweet. Should be getting to the intersection anytime now. Any second now. Figured I'd record this. Hi birdie, sorry. Lots of violet blue poops, little poops all over the trail from the birds gorging themselves on the huckleberries. But just holy crap. Like, why would you not want to? This is just so freaking pretty. Like, this makes me super duper happy. Just perfect. Take a picture really quick.
torch on.
Blubbery in the sun. Oh, frick me, this is so pretty. Come on. Where's that intersection? Here? Appears so. Yep. Sign, Mineral Creek Trail number 1331. Park Lake back that way, road back that way. Spectacle Lake to my left along the PCT, and Snoqualmie Pass along my right. So we came from that way. Back that direction is where we go. Go on that direction, Snoqualmie Pass, and in a little while further there'll be a spur trail to walk along Chickaman Ridge towards Chickaman Lake. That way will take you towards Spectacle Lake, Stevens Pass, and a junction before Stevens Pass, but after Spectacle Lake will take you to the right and go back downhill to Salmon La Sac. That's the great thing about the PCT is there is so many different loops and things you can do. You can decide how long you want to traverse the PCT. You can go highway to highway. You can go Snoqualmie Pass to Stevens Pass, Snoqualmie Pass to Rainy Pass, Stevens Pass to White Pass. Or you can park cars and do loops or throughs or all kinds of different crazy things. And you get views and scenery like this the entire freaking way.
To do that, you'll need to turn off airplane mode.
I don't know why that came on, but let's go head back down to the lake, charge this sucker up, see if I can't take a very unique huckleberry height long exposure with the colors in the huckleberries, and then head home. One last look around and I'll get an up close view of the sign for you. And then look back into the sun and call it good.
Huckleberries.
But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I'm gonna go for a freaking swim. Because why not? Oh yeah. Oh, this thing doesn't get very deep. Ooh, and it's cold as hell. Whew. Maybe I don't go for a swim. That's kind of shallow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Squish, 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 squish. The real question is, do I fling the camera and go get it? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's cold. Hey. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold water. That is cold water. But I'm in here. Oh, that's cold. Ooh, that was cold. All right, we're done with that. Cold. Cold. Refreshing, but cold. Rocks hurt so much more when you're cold. Oh yeah. Swimming in Upper Park Lake. Oh, it's that time. All adventures must eventually come to an end. Time to go home. I'm gonna come down to the lake with the GoPro, take a couple of pictures down here at lakeshore level, take a picture of the lake, and then with the rock and the reflection, and then we'll look back and just look at how stupidly pretty that is. All them dang huckleberries. Like, yeah. How can you not? Yeah. There's a reason why all my videos end up being an hour plus long. It's because selfie time? Yeah, selfie time. Might as well, right? Might as well. And we'll send it to Sabrina too. But anywho, that's not what I was attempting to do. I am attempting to take a Snapchat with the huckleberries. Might not be able to pick them out in the Snapchat, but oh well. I tried. But yeah, it's just like, how can you not want to be out here more? And when you've got the 4K video rolling at 60 frames a second, why not take as much video as possible? Like, why would you, I mean, speechless how good this is. It's just like a privilege. I know, I'm an American walking around in a wilderness area. It's an American idea to create this wilderness area and to preserve it for the enjoyment of the public. But it's like, how do you not feel special and feel privileged to come hang out in views like this? And this is probably going to be the thumbnail right there. But it's like, oh my goodness. And this ain't even the special part of the wilderness area. The Alpine Lakes Wilderness area was created mostly for the Enchantments, which are 15 miles as the crow flies, 15, 20 odd miles as the crow flies that way, and are very hard to get into. You have to day hike to get into, otherwise you have to get into the permit system, and that's very hard to get into if you want to camp out there. But it's just like, why wouldn't you take every waking moment? I'm going to end up with way too many pictures of red huckleberry bushes on my phone, but I don't care. Like, let's come down here and look at that. Now this angle, I can't pick out the huckleberries. There just might not be any in this patch. They might have gotten grubbed already, but like, what does it look like on the camera? Am I looking pretty much, yeah, looking pretty much where the camera's at. It's like fall, baby. Fall in the mountains. Spring in the mountains doesn't really exist. I guess you could call spring the time of initial snow melt in the mountains, when the sun's out and blue sky's out and it's warm enough to be in the mountains, but the snow's all here, so you have to hike through the snow. That's exciting. Midsummer, or summer, thinking August and September, snow's gone, rivers are still running pretty high, everything's green and flowers, and you get the wildflowers. And then fall. Sometimes be very short and brief. It'll be confused. It could still be 80 degrees like right now while everything's turning colors, because it's still getting down to 35, 40 degrees at night. It's just like, look at those. Look at all those. Look at all of that. And yes, I have been eating some of these huckleberries. And when they've been fermented, frozen, and sitting on the vine for this long, they've really sweetened up. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a little bit of alcohol in these little berries. They don't taste like tart huckleberries anymore. It almost tastes like Concord grapes at this point. Which means all the sugar that's in them is probably fermented up. But it's like, this might be my last huckleberries of the year. And they're warm and they're sweet. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? No. Nope, there it is. Going this way. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna take this video. If you don't like it, stop watching. Heck, a lot of you probably stopped watching as soon as I got to the lake. Thought nothing's gonna happen. Hell, most people on YouTube don't even watch past the first 5 minutes. They'll probably see the time of this video go, it's 55 minutes long or an hour and 5 minutes long or whatever it is. I ain't watching this, it can't be any good. Meh. Cool, whatever, bye. If I never come back up here, or if I need to inspire somebody to go on a fall hike in the Cascades, I'll show them this. Be like, look at all the frickin' color. Yeah, it was a bit of a dusty, sweaty hump to get up here, but it was worth it. Fall could last 2 weeks up here. It could last 6 weeks up here. Stuff just started turning colors in the last week and a half, and it's supposed to be 80 this week, or 80 this weekend. It's Sunday now, and it's supposed to be cloudy, and we might get a little bit of rain again next week, and it's supposed to be like this, and who knows what it'll look like after that. This time last year, or 2 years ago, first half of October, Nash, Sabrina, and I came out here, went to go hike French Cabin Mountain, to go do that loop, which I still want to go do, to go enjoy the fall colors. Well, the night before we came out here, it snowed. So, up in the hills. So by the time we got to the trailhead, Rex was sitting in 5 inches of fresh powder. And it was a bit of a sketchy drive to get up there, but I was enjoying myself. But Sabrina thought she had packed her sunglasses, ended up not packing her sunglasses, so it was a crystal clear blue sunny day like it is today, but with 5 inches of surprise snow on the ground. And she was gonna go snowblind real fast, so we had to go change our plans. But again, fall is crazy in the mountains. That's best pronounced in the Rocky Mountains, where it could be like this one day and literally snow on the same day. But it can still do this in the Cascades. It'll be sunny and 80 frickin' degrees one day, and cool off and rain or sleet or snow the next day or the days after that, and who knows how long it's gonna last. It could be like this for another 3 weeks. It could be like this for another week, and then the rains and the snow start and it be locked up till July, locked back up till mid-June, July. Who knows? God dang, this is pretty. I'm gonna let this roll for, I don't know, a little bit as we enjoy these other variety of huckleberries changing color, and then I'll probably kill it till we get back out of the forest and we walk it through the vine maple again, and I'll probably do my outro down there, because I don't think there's going to be any long exposures. I didn't really get any good enough views along the trail of the mountains to it being worth a long exposure, especially with this bit of still being a bit hazy and wildfire smoky from the Bolt Creek fire along Highway 2 still. So I think there's just going to be the 4 videos. This hiking video, which is going to come out last. So the 3 videos before this go along with this video. The long exposure at the lake, the underwater shot in the lake, and then that little huckleberry shot, the huckleberry height shot I took. And we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm going to do the actual say goodbye down here a little ways. I just wanted to show the huckleberries as I was exiting the lake and the fall color with the sun on a different angle. Now that I'm going downhill and cruising. So it is, I should probably tell you what time it is. It is 2:45. Left the lake just shortly after 2:30. Was there for a little over 3 hours. 2:45 now. If I don't stop to take any long exposures, Probably get back to Rex somewhere between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. And it being October, even though it is a nice weekend, I might screw up with things a little bit. It being October, peak vacation time is over with. Fall sports have started. Most families and their children's are not going to be heading back and forth over the pass during the weekend. So hopefully there's not a ton of traffic and I'll be home at a decent hour, say 7 o'clock or 7:30 or so. We shall see. But all the pretty fall color changing. And again, Nash, if you're watching this, sorry, but you're gonna be pissed. But this is why you don't wiggle out on me. I mean, I know you had to babysit the dogs, but if I can snipe a weekday this week and maybe a day this weekend, we're gonna go up to the North Cascades. We're gonna do some hiking up there and go see the larches, because holy hell, you think this is pretty YouTube. North Cascades stuff, Washington Pass, Rainy Pass, Maple Pass, Blue Lake, all that stuff up there along highway too, with the larches getting ready to fully explode and go golden. Isn't it gonna be nice and warm next weekend? I am hoping I can get one of those days off, and Nash and I are gonna get our butts up there as soon as possible and go find ourselves something to do. Oh, this is the steep part. We gotta walk along this log. It's annoying. But I think Misa gonna, kill it. Yeah. Looks a little different when the sun's moved 4 hours later, 5 hours later. So, I'm gonna come down here, pop out and look at how pretty that vine maple is with this light now. And I think I'm going to do my outro. So this was Mineral Creek Trail number 1331 in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest, inside the Alpine Lakes Wilderness, to Upper Park Lake, and then also to the Pacific Crest Trail Junction. I am Brandon Scott with Cooley Outdoors, and I want to sincerely thank you for coming and hanging out on this adventure with me. God dang, that's pretty. Please leave a like and a comment down below. Please comment, especially if you didn't like the video. Tell me what you didn't like it so I can improve for next time. If you like my videos and you get sucked into watching them for a couple hours or whatever, please give a subscribe. It shows me that people are actually enjoying it enough that I should continue doing it. Not that I'm not going to continue doing it, but it just kind of gives me a good little pat on the back. What's coming up next? Who knows? Hopefully, in the next week or so, Nash and I will go up into North Cascades National Park / Pasayten Wilderness area and go do a fall hike like this and go see the fall colors up there. Of course, that area is famous for the larches turning gold, and I have never seen a good patch of golden larches up close, so I'd like to go see that. And then, oh yeah, oh fluff yeah, dude. And then after that, on the 11th through the 15th, we will be heading to Montana to go to my uncle's and help him get prepared for the winter by cutting and stacking hopefully a whole metric load of firewood, and maybe there'll be some time to go on some adventures while we're there too. Sorry, I'm taking some pictures and sending some Snapchats and stuff. There'll be a lot of pictures corresponding to this hike up whatever day this is, October 2nd, so either tonight or tomorrow I'll post pictures and stuff, and my goodness, up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Cooley Outdoors. I think Instagram is still Cooley Off-Road because it won't let me change it yet for some reason. I'm going to try that again here soon. But otherwise, thank you for joining me. Have a good evening, have a good fall, have a good winter. Hope to see you on
any more fall hikes I do before winter sets in, and then hope to see you on some winter hikes and some winter cross-country ski and snowshoe trips. Have a good evening, and ciao. You can almost see the fall colors on all these vine maples and stuff better now that the sun's gone behind the mountain. So bonus video, I said goodbye and you're sitting there going, why is there more video after the goodbye? Well, because I did this. Oh yeah. And then a quick look up at the mountains, back the direction we came, rotate back over towards the direction we're going, and we'll let it run a little longer. Of course a plane shows up. Been planeless for the last 45 minutes, but as soon as I press that camera button, start rolling again. Oh well.